Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Another RPG Maker MV video for you guys today. We'll be going over some of the basics of the map properties and a little bit of mapping just so we can get used to all the things going on here. So to start, for mapping, we got right here on the left here, tile sets. When you scroll over them, if you look in the bottom left down in this corner, it'll tell you like sea, it's icebergs, and then you can click on them and draw them onto your map and you'll get that. Here we go, we got mountains, and it'll tell you mountain dirt, rock mountains, and then that's your tile sets. That's how we do that. Click over here and then you can click and you're making maps. We're gonna clear all this, we're gonna do that and then click the big square. What I did was I right clicked on a grass spot and then left click and dragged the green. What that did was copy the grass tile into memory there, so I can just cover that up. That's a little bit on the tile sets. What we're going to do is we're going to come down here to map testing and you're going to right click it. I didn't do that, I hit the space bar and cheated it. But you're going to want to go to edit, come over here, we got our map name. This is for our purposes. Display name for when you enter the map. We'll do that, so when I enter the map it'll tell us it's the tested map. Here we got our tile set choices. For the sake of this video, I'm going to go outside, and then width and height, pretty much explanatory how far it goes up and down. Scroll type here, we got no loop, means the map won't loop, you'll just do what's going on with the events. Vertically, if you go up to the edge of the screen here and press up, you'll end up down here, and same going the other way. And then we got, sorry, had to close the window. We got horizontally, same thing as vertically, but going left and right, and then loop both. Also self-explanatory, you can go up and down or left and right through the map. Encounter steps, this will be for when we start setting up enemies and troops. That'll definitely be for a later video, because that's going to be a little much for just this one. But when you set up enemies, this will about every 30 steps walking around on the map you'll encounter them. This is so you can play autoplay BGM as background music and background sound. You can click those, so when you enter this map there's audio happening. Like we'll click background music, we'll click dungeon, and then play. And if we click OK, when we enter this map, that'll all be playing. But we're going to stop that for now, so it's not just going. Shut that off. Parallax mapping. I'm not 100% sure how these work, so as I learn more on that, I will go over that in another video. Same with all this here. The note is for mostly developer purposes. There's a bunch of plugins and stuff that require you to come in here and leave notes and things. I'm gonna leave a note for myself. Testing game maps. So this is just for me, so that way when I load up, that's what I know I'm doing here. We'll go over this just slightly because the game does come with some preloaded things. You're going to need to be making enemies and troops through the database, and then when you do, you can come here. The game has a couple loaded up already. We'll do this for example, bat. You'll come, you can click whatever troops are set up in the editor. We'll do bat for this. The weight, not 100% sure, but I believe the lower the number, the less likely you are to come across it, and the higher the number, the more likely. And then we can, instead of it being the entire map 30 steps, we can come down here and specify by region ID. and I'm going to show you that. I'm going to cancel this so it doesn't have that going while I'm testing things. But for the region ID, say we set it up on 1 to only show up on 1. So that means when we walk across these areas on the map, it's going to be the only chance that we'll come across that enemy. And then we could set a different enemy up and have them only pop up on 2, and then so forth. And it just adds for more dynamic encounters, I guess. And then, and with that being said, let's get into the map tiles and just mess around with it and see what we're doing. So when you come over, it'll tell you most of these on the A part here are going to be like your grass pieces, path pieces. Create a little path. Or you can, there's stone paths. We'll do that. Let's delete a little bit of that. Then you come over here. When you're creating your tile sets, you can create tile sets or download tile sets online. I believe none of them are tagged like this is, because you can look down in the bottom left and it'll tell you roof G, khaki tile, or outer wall G, dirt. So for that, you click a couple pieces and make some walls. Give it a little roof tile here. You can come over, check out all the tile sets, but over here on the B side, we got little doorways and windows and stuff. So let's just put a couple of those in. We'll make this our in on this map. I actually want the path to come up to the door, just ADD purposes. And with that, we got a house. Let's give them a little tree. Oh, see, that's my bad because I was on the square. If I go to pencil, it'll just put the tree down. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Let's do that. Let's come up here. We got things. We can put a little pond down here. Let's put some water. We'll go to the circle one to make it look a little more, well, that ain't real natural looking, but you guys get the concept. We got some water. Let's go over a few more things. Like we got stairs here and little walls. You can put these like this. You know, it's like a raised area here. And that's what these are for. You can come and put stairs, and that gives you access to the way up. I messed this up here because of the way this tile set is all connecting, so you can't disconnect it. I don't know how else to explain that. So we'll do this one. What we're going to do is we're going to come here. We're going to copy this whole thing. Oops. Okay, let's get this all there. Okay, here we got a raised plateau. You can't come up this because this will be blocked off on the tile set. We'll go over that at another time. But here we just come and put some stairs and we clear that spot off, and now your character will be able to come up and around here. Again, this is just a video, the basics, going over a little bit of everything before I get into more complex parts of the mapping and stuff. But here with the walls and stuff, I will show you something else. Let's start a different one. We're just going to build a one-story one. And then we're going to do that. Because if you come down here to C on the custom ones, we can make our roofs do pretty much whatever we want. We can use some of these pieces, make it oh no, that's not the right piece. And we put that piece there. Let's put a couple pieces there. Do that. Bam. We need to fix that. And that's another way you can make a house. That way it's not just a little square thing. We don't even need that second door on there. We'll just make that the back area. And yeah, there we go. We got some trees. We got a couple little houses. The cool thing is most of these things are like kind of layered. So for example, like if we put the bushes down, it'll look like you're walking through some bushes. There's little plants and flowers you can put everywhere. Now, again, you can find tile sets online. There's plenty of stuff that people just want credit if you're using them. I've been practicing with Photoshop to make my own to, just practice. That way, I ain't got to count on looking for stuff online. I can just do it. And, yeah, so here we got a little map. Got some trees. Got a couple little places to visit. Got a little house here and a little inn. Yeah, that's the basics of the maps. There's plenty of things we can do with mapping, way more advanced stuff, and we will get into all that, like the tile sets, the enemy troops, and things like that. There's just, again, just a little quick overview on the things. We're going over everything before I start getting into the more complicated parts of this. And yeah, that's mapping. The next video, I believe we will start working on some kind of events, like the doorways, make the doorways and get them to take us places and show you guys how that works, and we'll get into that. But on that note, thank you guys. I appreciate everybody that sticks around and watches the videos even for a little bit. Please subscribe. You're not, well, you might want to miss out on it, but if you find it interesting, subscribe. I'll have more coming. Just give me some time. It takes a little bit of time to figure out how I want to do it because the program's overwhelming. There's a lot of stuff you can do. And I'm just trying to make it a little less overwhelming for everybody to want to get into it and be working on projects. So, again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.